yards and rushes Alberthay with the pick. Alberthay jumps in front of him. What a play from Alberthay. Finally, this is what we've been waiting for all season long from the rookie. The Last Chance franchise is currently rolling at high speed towards the playoffs with a current 9-5 record. 11-5 is of course what they're hoping to end the season on, and they may well do it. But before we do anything else, we've got some weekly awards to view again, which has pretty much been the case every single week recently, and it's Langford Dawson and Alberthay. Finally, we've got two rookies in the, well, I say finally we've got two. We haven't been trying to get two rookies in the top players of the week, but we've got two of our rookies there. Langford Dawson, of course, rushing, and Alberthay. He had a great game. You've got to give it to him. And we've got two of our players there, offensive, defensive. The week before that, we didn't have anybody, but the week before that, Langford Dawson was in with 275 rush yards. So he got 5 more, but just wasn't able to get it done. The week before that, Patrick Peterson was in, and I think that, yeah, that's where the run started. But Langford Dawson is on the cusp of making history. He needs only 110 yards, well actually 111 yards to beat Eric Dickerson's single season record for most yards gained by a rookie of 1,808. He's currently on 1,698. He also only needs 2 more touchdowns to beat Eric Dickerson's rookie record of rushing touchdowns scored in a season, which stands at 18. Langford Dawson, if you can do simple maths, is at 16. One rookie record he has struggled to break this season, although he had 2 chances to do it, was Adrian Peterson's most yards gained in a game, which is also the overall record of 296. 16 yards away last week, wasn't able to get there, and it's unlikely he'll get another chance. And we are now starting to worry about, overuse of him, which, to be fair, at this point in the season is a little bit too late. May not happen. The other thing for Dawson is that if he gets around 152 yards in both of the last 2 games, he will also go over 2,000 yards rushing, which, of course, again, would be absolutely historic for a rookie running back. And this is splitting time with Tremaine Scott. Tremaine Scott's got over 500 yards as well. What Langford Dawson is doing is absolutely ridiculous, and this is for a late round pick. But, that's not all. We're not going to try and force that. If we do better by passing, we're going to do better by passing. And with that said, let's take a look at the head-to-head between these two teams. And we'll see straight away there, the Cardinals not the best offensively. Yes, we are 32nd in the league in passing, but it is also because we are 1st in the league in rushing. However, the Cardinals are 25th in passing, 31st in rushing. But the defense, they're strong against the pass and not so strong against the rush. So that's obviously where we could find a weakness in them, is with our strength. So that's obviously great for us. In terms of points per game, they tend to score only 19.4, which is 2 less than we tend to allow, and they concede 2 less than we tend to score. So again, that's in our favour. And then looking at the head-to-heads of the players, Andy Dalton looking pretty similar to Josh Rosen, just with, well, a lot more yards, but similar numbers. So Josh Rosen isn't doing too badly there. We run down the field and every now and then we'll pass for some touchdowns is essentially the deal there. Giovanni Bernard, the leading rusher, but nowhere near Langford Dawson's numbers. Langford Dawson, as a matter of fact, has 1,000 more yards than him in only 50 more carries. And then their leading receiver, Ryan Grant, also not doing too hot on the touchdowns, just like our leading receiver, but those touchdowns are split amongst some other players, although the Bengals really don't do too well. There's a chance for our defense to shut them down, and a chance for our offense to really get going in this game, because yes, it's the top 10 passing defense in the NFL, but it's also the 21st rush defense in the NFL, which of course, for our team, will give them huge problems. With Langford Dawson as hot as he is and wanting to get to that 2,000 yard mark in his rookie season, something that has never been achieved in the series of fire sale franchises, a 2,000 yard rusher. Finally, there's a big time running back here and he's wanting to do exactly that. And of course, we had a problem at defensive tackle. We bring in some support there with Adolphus Washington, who I'm pretty sure we had on the team already. Definitely should have had, considering he was arrested for a misdemeanor weapons charge in 2017. So perfect for the Last Chance franchise. And I feel like he was there last season. If he wasn't, he was supposed to be, but clearly wasn't a very impactful player. But he's got a chance here to do something. Obviously, this is our second string defensive tackle. Not on the field too much. Play a lot of sub package more often than not. But now, the big game against the Bengals. For them, it's not a big game. They're out of the playoffs. It's over for them. but for us, it's huge. We've already mentioned that these Bengals have nothing to play for, but we do have everything to play for. From now on, every game we play will have a direct impact on our journey through the playoffs, and potentially if we win out, we could be looking at least at a first round bye. The Bengals starting things off on the ground here with Joe Mixon, who weaves through some players, finds himself 15 yards on 3rd and 1. Now fights through the contact of Rogers Cromartie, but is stopped. And then 3rd and 5 for our offense, where we try and get the first down. And Perriman went back for that ball, couldn't get it, couldn't bring it in. Tried to, but now it's basically just a swap of possessions back and forth. 2nd and 10, and we're looking to go to Kajust, who still makes an impact every now and then. He's got the speed that none of the other tight ends have, and he takes advantage of it there. 3rd and 5, Miller looking for the first down, gets stopped just short. And again, another swap of possession, but this time we swap with 3 points ahead of them. And they go deep on this one from the 35, bombing it downfield to the speedster John Ross, but Alberthay picks it off. Alberthay, back-to-back games with big plays, finally making a difference to this team. It has taken a long time, but he is finally turning into the shutdown safety that we've been waiting for, and he beat John Ross, of all people, to the spot. Of course, he had a bit of a head start. Now 1st and 10 for our offense, 13-yard line, and it's thrown straight to Darquez Denard for an interception, and he's going to take this back to the 15, over the 15-yard line before finally being tackled. And the Bengals have great field position here, exactly the same field position they would have had if John Ross would have caught that ball. 1st and goal from the 3-yard line. Dalton is sacked by Ronnie Harrison coming in on the blitz. 2nd and goal. Dalton in some trouble again, tries to step up, but brought down by Shaquem Griffin. 3rd and goal from the 17-yard line now. They've started at the 3 as Dalton throws this one into the end zone, and he completes for the touchdown. I don't know what was going on there. Patrick Peterson just ran towards the ball, but under it, and they were able to complete for the touchdown. So the Bengals lead 7-3, and they have the ball here again after we did nothing with our possession after their touchdown. And Dalton had plenty of time in the pocket there, completes that one to John Ross, and now they're at the 25-yard line. 2nd and 5. Dalton is in a lot of trouble and loses a whole bunch of yards there as Stephon Anthony comes in for the sack, and of course they turn the ball over after that. Could never recover from it. On 4th and 1, we go to Zach Miller. It was just supposed to be picking up the first down, but he gets a lot more. Tackled at the 11-yard line after a big run. 3rd and 5. It's looking for Perriman to make some magic happen there, but he doesn't, and we'll have to settle for another field goal, and the defense will have to step up again, and Alberthay does exactly that. 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. Under a minute left in this one, 40 seconds, but we're going to try and get into field goal range. 30 seconds now from the 35, and a sack won't help us there. 2nd and 20, 25 seconds left from the 25-yard line, and he finds Antonio Callaway. Callaway speeding towards the sideline, gets out of bounds. 19 seconds left, 50 yards to go. Callaway with a catch again at the 31-yard line. Now 10 seconds left. Time for one shot downfield. Callaway catches it, fights his way into the end zone. If he would have been stopped, we would have had 5 seconds left for the field goal. Instead, he gets into the end zone, and it's a touchdown. And we go into the half leading 13-7, and we come out now trying to run this ball, but that doesn't go too well on that play. 3rd and 8 now for Rosen, going over the middle of the field, finding Miller for the completion, but not much more comes out of it. The Bengals get the ball back. 1st and 10 now from the 50-yard line. The Bengals looking to do something, but struggling right now as Shaquem Griffin came in with another sack. 2nd and 20 for Andy Dalton, launching it downfield, and Ronnie Harrison picks that one off. And it was Patrick Peterson in coverage on AJ Green. Ronnie Harrison just played the ball, and he comes away with it. Both of our safeties with interceptions in this game as Brashad Perriman gets a catch there and picks up the first down. 1st and 10, looking back to our running back Langford Dawson, who's got a whole bunch of space to run here, chewing up the yardage, getting all the way down to the 39-yard line. 1st and 10 now, and Rosen looking to pass, finds Antonio Callaway, who's made a bit of an impact in this game. And now 1st and 10, looking to pass again, and almost intercepted there. Defensive lineman got his hands on it. 2nd and 10 from the 26, and Josh Rosen is sacked. Looking to get back into field goal range here on 3rd and 18. He finds Miller, gets more than just field goal range, gets a first down, and that will keep this drive alive. At 2nd and 10, he goes quick completion to Brashad Perriman. Brashad Perriman fighting into the end zone. No touchdowns have come easy in this game. Receivers having to fight their way in, but Brashad Perriman, just like Antonio Callaway in the first half, does it, and he gets in. And on 3rd and 4, the Bengals coming back into the red zone, and they get a first down there. 3rd and 6, stopped just short of the end zone at the 1-yard line. A quick pass here on 1st and goal, and they get the touchdown. And that will shorten this lead, but still 22-14. It's a 1-touchdown lead as Langford Dawson picks up a first down here. And with 8 minutes left, you start to think about running down the clock. On 3rd and 7, looking to Callaway to make a difficult catch. which he doesn't manage to make. So the Bengals have the ball back, a chance, but Rashawn Scruggs, he hits Andy Dalton, forces the ball out, will get the ball back at the 15-yard line after the recovery from Jeremiah Atuochu. And Rosen here, he bought enough time to be able to find Christian Kirk open in the end zone for a touchdown. That will extend this lead. 29-14, 5 minutes left in this game as Grant bounces off contact there and picks up the first down and a lot more. 3rd and 6, and they look to Ross and he cannot get it. Sets up 4th and 1 where they go for it. They try to get it with Mixon, but Ronnie Harrison shot through that hole and broke it up, and now the offense will come onto the field needing a first down to be able to run this clock out as they have one timeout. Miller not able to get it stopped. It's 4th and 2. We'll decide to go for it here because they don't come back into the game anyway. This will just make it a lot quicker and we win. One step closer to the playoffs. I mean, we're already in a wildcard spot, but it's very close, that race. So every game we win is a step closer to guaranteeing our spot there. We're not going to beat the Seahawks, I don't think, in standing, so we're not going to win our division. But that wildcard spot is pretty much ours at this point. We'll obviously see at the end of this exactly how close it is. And today we did a little bit more passing than usual. Josh Rosen threw for 269 yards on 34 attempts, only a 55% completion percentage, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Rushing, Langford Dawson, we really didn't rush as much as we could have done. Langford Dawson 11 for 74, so he's going to need 2 touchdowns in the next game just to tie Eric Dickerson's record, as he wasn't able to get one today. And he's going to need, well, I think he will definitely get more than about 50 yards is what he needs. So you can probably definitely break the yards record. Touchdowns to break that record will be a little bit tough after not getting any today. Tremaine Scott got 6 carries but did nothing with them. And then receiving, Zach Miller 8 for 105. Rashad Perriman continues just to get ridiculous numbers of touchdowns late in this season. Antonio Callaway had a good day as well, 4 receptions, 89 yards and a touchdown. And Christian Kirk got himself 1 reception, 15 yards and a touchdown. And then defensively, this is what we've been waiting for basically all season long. For our middle linebacker to lead the team in tackles. Rashawn Scruggs leads with 12 of them. Then sacks-wise, Shaquem Griffin got 2, 1 for Ronnie Harrison, 1 for Al Bethea, 1 for Stephon Anthony, 1 for Rashawn Scruggs. We sent pretty much everyone at him, and we've been waiting all season long for our 2 safeties to have interceptions. Finally, Al Bethea and Ronnie Harrison both getting interceptions this game. Al Bethea is now, I mean, it's only been 2 games, but I would go as far to say he is now the player we've been waiting for. Finally, 2 games back-to-back of actually making plays, and he's finally out there doing it. Forced fumble as well from Rashawn Scruggs, which was recovered by Jeremiah Atuochu. So today was great. 3 turnovers, a whole bunch of sacks. The defense is now coming into form. The offense passed for a lot of yards for the first time in forever. And, well, the running game's been strong all season. We just didn't rely on it as much this game. And after rushing for 280 yards in the last game, of course, it was going to be a little bit of a smaller performance from Langford Dawson this week. And we've got some upgrades available. I don't think Patrick Peterson ever gets better. I think he slightly declines because of age, and then we just put him straight back up again because I don't think he was as low as a 90 overall. And then Shaquem Griffin gets better, and Ray Whitting, our punter, will get better too. And then more upgrades coming out of nowhere, and that's obviously not Al Bethea, but he will be upgraded even more. He's been flying through upgrades this season, and Will House, a right guard that we literally never use, will be upgraded. And there we go, we'll move into our final game of the season at 10-5, and we'll be able to see exactly what we need to do in that game to keep a grip of a playoff spot. But it should be pretty sure at this point, and it should be pretty sure that we'll give some teams in the playoffs a run for their money. And now we should mention something that's gone completely under the radar, and I only saw coincidentally in the news. The single season sack record has been broken, and it's been broken by, well, 1.5 sacks. Shaquem Griffin in that game went over the record, got 24 sacks. So he was at 22 before, half a sack behind the record, and he got 2 sacks and went to 24, now holds the all-time record. What an incredible story. Teams just can't handle his speed. He plays sub-package rusher for us, and they just can't deal with it. He is too fast. He's ridiculously fast, and he just runs right by people. This game against the Falcons is huge for NFC playoff implications. Not only that we could take away the division lead from the Seahawks, the Falcons, alongside us, are the joint best team in the NFC in terms of record. Whoever wins this game takes home field advantage throughout the playoffs. So this game is about a couple of things. It's not just about the #1 seed in the NFC. It's about a couple of awards. Well, one specifically, Defensive Player of the Year. Currently, Deion Jones, still the favourite for that. But Shaquem Griffin or Ronnie Harrison could make a play for it today if we're able to stop Deion Jones from doing anything good against us, which hopefully he will not do. Best defensive back is also between Patrick Peterson, Ronnie Harrison, and Desmond Trufant. But let's take a look at the head-to-head statistics here to see how we face up against each other. And you'll see there that the Falcons are a very balanced team. 11th in the pass and 13th in the rush. Of course, we have 1st and 32nd. Not very balanced, but at least we're very good at one thing. And then defensively, good against the pass, not so good against the rush, which obviously helps us. And we're pretty good against both 5th and 15th. And then the points. They don't score too many points per game. We score a bit more, but they also don't allow very many. Neither do we. But then we go and look at the head-to-head of the players. The best quarterback is Matt Ryan, who's been playing very well. Maybe the surprise there, though, is that Calvin Ridley is their #1 receiver. But it's the defensive players we care about in this one. Tackles. Deion Jones leads the team with 134. Ronnie Harrison leads our team with 112. Sacks, it's Vic Beasley for them with 6.5, but Shaquem Griffin with us, 24. The best in NFL history. And then interceptions, Desmond Trufant with 5, Patrick Peterson with 6. If we don't give any to Desmond Trufant, Patrick Peterson will very likely win Best Defensive Back this year. Or if Ronnie Harrison has a great game, he could overtake his teammate. But it's a very close matchup. We've seen that with the comparisons in terms of where we rank within the league. And it's about Defensive Player of the Year. Potentially, we can steal it off Deion Jones here. And let's play this final game of the season.
This is a huge game. It's not quite you win and you're in, but it's about as big as it can get in the final week of the regular season as we play against the Falcons here at home, who will start with the ball. And Matt Ryan looks for a Julio Jones, but Patrick Peterson straight into this game, picks that one off. You know who wants a first round bye? That man does. Great interception to start this game. Momentum straight away in our favor. Now all the offense has to do is return the favor, but on 3rd and 17 after a bad run play, they're not going to get much here. Antonio Callaway gets a reception, but he was stopped 2 yards short of the first down. We had to settle for a field goal, but on a free possession, you can't really complain. Then the Falcons did nothing afterwards, and now Langford Dawson looking to get something started here in the final game of the season, also looking to break the single season record for yards by a rookie. And now, again, nothing done for us, and the Falcons are back with the ball and looking to pick up the first down, which they do with Harden, and he makes a man miss and picks up a lot more. 1st and 15 from the 46. Matt Ryan's in trouble. He's chased down, and we get a sack. 2nd and 4. Matt Ryan looking downfield, looks to the left for Grimble, and he gets it. And Alberthay not able to make enough of a challenge there for the ball. 1st and 10 is a completion to Hooper. Hooper is stopped, but also thrown forward. We gave him about 4 yards there on the tackle. And then Devontae Freeman just rumbling through contact, gets into the end zone, touchdown. There is a flag on the field. And of course, it could be huge if that's against the Falcons, which it was. So 2nd and 6, they'll have to go for it again as Matt Ryan gets that one out quickly to Brown, who fights off one man, but Ronnie Harrison comes and makes up for it. Alberthay didn't make the tackle. Ronnie Harrison makes sure to enforce the will of the safeties there. 3rd and 2, we stopped them, so the game's tied. 3 apiece right now as Langford Dawson picks up a few yards there, not quite the first down. 1st and 10 from the 39. It's a completion to Brashard Perriman, who's become a huge part of this team in the passing game. 2nd and 16, and now Rosen has got plenty of time here looking deep downfield, and he finds Brashard Perriman all the way to the 3-yard line. The handoff to Langford Dawson, slips a tackle into the end zone, and it's a touchdown. And Josh Rosen will be happy with that as he set that one up with a great pass to Brashard Perriman as Devontae Freeman bounces off multiple tackles before finally being stopped by Patrick Peterson. 2nd and 6 for Matt Ryan, and he tried a tricky one there. Stephen Anthony was there the whole time. Could have had an interception, but he breaks up the pass. 3rd and 6, launching this one deep downfield, double coverage. Alberthay knocks it into the air. Rogers Cromartie comes down with it. The interception, sliding for it, catches it. It's a great team play on that one. A little risky because Jones could have been the one to come down with it, but we get the interception. So 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line after that one, and Brashard Perriman not able to make that catch in heavy traffic. 2nd and 10, looking for Miller, not able to make that catch. It was Deion Jones breaking it up. 3rd and 10, going over the middle again, this time broken up again. Unfortunately, not able to get anything on that. A 3 and out, and now Devontae Freeman breaking out of the tackle of Rogers Cromartie. For some reason, Alberthay just wasn't there to make the play. Odigi Zuwas chasing him, trying to get there, and he doesn't, and they will get a touchdown there. That's a freebie they should have never got, but Brashard Perriman with a route there on the outside, nobody near him, picking up the first down and a whole bunch of yards. 2nd and 6 at the 39-yard line. Rosen, he was spending too much time stood in the pocket and he got himself sacked. 3rd and 18, he's got to make up for taking the sack earlier as he goes downfield to Brashard Perriman. Where else is he going to look at the moment? It's the only place he does look, and it works most of the time. 2nd and 1, looking for Miller to pick up that first down, which he does. Looking for the end zone with Langford Dawson on the run. He's got a little bit of space, but not enough as Dion Jones brings him down. You heard that name a few times already, and you'll continue to hear it as Langford Dawson on 3rd and 9 isn't able to pick that one up as Rosen just checked down to him. But the Falcons not doing much either. They're down by 3 and they're out of field goal range after that sack by Alberthay. A great play from him. 3rd and 19. If we can stop them gaining any yards here, they won't be able to pick up any points. But instead, they get the first down to Calvin Ridley, their leading receiver. Patrick Peterson does bring him down though, and there another sack by Ronnie Harrison this time. 2nd and 16 as Devontae Freeman looking to the outside, and Alberthay is not having that. Throws the man down, says no more yards for you. 3rd and 14, they go for a screenplay to Devontae Freeman, who finds a little bit of space, but enough guys saw it and were there with it. Now 2nd and 7, tied game, 13 apiece, and that will be the yards that Langford Dawson needs to become the all-time leading rusher as a rookie. Langford Dawson now looking to extend that lead as he picks up a first down, but also gets injured on that play. So Tremaine Scott comes in and picks up a first down on 2nd and 10. 3rd and 6, Rosen moving it downfield. This offense moving pretty well there, but that was a risky one. And you'll never guess who broke up that pass. That's right, it was Dion Jones. 1st and 10, Matt Ryan in some trouble. Just gets rid of that ball. 2nd and 10. More time in the pocket this time. Enough time to find his receiver Harden for the first down. 1st and 10 at the 37. The Falcons now moving down the field. They're only down 3 points. Looking touchdown here, but Ronnie Harrison forces it out in the final second. Hooper not able to make the reception. 2nd and 10, and Matt Ryan goes Hooper again, and Ronnie Harrison, no, it's Patrick Peterson this time forcing that one out. 3rd and 10 now. Matt Ryan in trouble, is taken down, sacked by Caleb Brantley. The big man brings him down. So now we've got a 3-point lead and a chance to extend it here and take a lot of time off the clock with 8 minutes left in the final quarter. 3rd and 10 for Rosen, needing a first down here. Goes to Dawson, pretty much his only open receiver at that point, and he doesn't manage to get the first down. The Falcons here have a chance to get back into this game as he gets Calvin Ridley. He was a bit too open on that one, and now the Falcons moving it downfield, going to Hooper, who gets the first down and fights off the first bit of contact. And now from the 24-yard line, looking to get into the red zone, Julio Jones does that, but he takes a big hit in return. 2nd and 5, Devontae Freeman making people miss. Devontae Freeman won't be stopped. Finally stopped by Rogers Cromartie. 2nd and goal at the 2, and Rashawn Scruggs comes in and sacks Matt Ryan. 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line. Matt Ryan with too much time here in the pocket, enough to find his receiver for the touchdown. Now the Falcons lead 4 points, 3 minutes left in this game as Langford Dawson not able to make that reception. Oh look, it was Dion Jones again. 3rd and 10. Rosen looking for that first down, and he finds Carlos Henderson for the first down. 4th and 4. Crucial play, and Dion Jones breaks it up.
And we fall short at the last hurdle. We went on an unbeaten run, but we lose our final game. Now, of course, I think we should still be in the playoffs. That's not the problem here. It's the fact that that was already a playoff game. We basically now have to play one more playoff game than everybody else. We may still get a first round bye if the Seahawks happen to lose their game. I don't know who they were playing against. They were the 3rd best team. I think they were. I don't actually know exactly what went wrong in that game. Certain things were working, certain things weren't. I know the run game wasn't working well enough. Passing, was hit and miss really. Josh Rosen, 230 yards, 59%, and we weren't able to get any touchdowns. Langford Dawson couldn't get anything going. He could break the single-season rookie record for rushing yards, and he got a touchdown, but that was it. He wasn't able to break the touchdown record, wasn't able to really get much going in this game. Tremaine Scott didn't really add much to it. Receiving-wise, Brashard Perriman, he's certainly made a name for himself late in this season, leading the team in touchdowns as well, without a touchdown today, of course, but that's just a statistic on the side. 5 catches for 130 yards, but it just wasn't working today. And I tell you what, Harry Schlegel is not very good. We do worse when he's on the team, I think. We need to probably look at the statistics of that, but I'm pretty sure that's exactly the case. And then defensively, I tell you what, Dion Jones deserves Defensive Player of the Year. I don't know if we did anything today that would take it off him, but he absolutely deserves it. He was a menace all over the field, everywhere, all the time, making plays, making a play on that 4th down. He just was everywhere. He's absolutely a great defensive player. Ronnie Harrison leading the team in tackles alongside Fabian Moreau. Sacks, 1 for Alberthay, 1 for Ronnie Harrison, Caleb Brantley, Jefferson, and Rashawn Scruggs. So Interesting crowd there. Interceptions, Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie and Patrick Peterson. Peterson started the game off with an interception. We weren't able to repay his efforts with a touchdown. No forced fumbles, no defensive touchdowns, anything like that. So nobody did badly today. It just wasn't enough. I don't know, apart from technically I'm blaming Harry Schlegel, but he's also not that bad. And of course, we'll have to advance to next week to know exactly what the playoff situation is. We'll just scout these players. We're currently looking at, we were last looking at quarterbacks. I think we finished there. There's a couple of good ones in the first round, but not much anywhere else. To be honest, I haven't seen that many good players this year. I'm a little bit worried because this is supposed to be our year with a few more draft picks. I'm not sure we're going to find enough good players for what we want. And here we are, playoff picture. The wild card playoff round, at least we get to host the Seahawks, but we don't get a bye. We just played a playoff game. So say we win this one, and we win the next one, and we win the next one, we'll have played 4 playoff caliber games by the time we get to the Super Bowl, if we were to get that far. So really, a lot is being asked of our players right now. A lot has been asked of Langford Dawson with 6 upgrade points. As we'll take a look at the yearly awards, why not just knock them out quickly now? MVP goes to Deshaun Watson and Coach of the Year goes to Bill O'Brien, so clearly the Texans on a bit of a run. And then Offensive Player of the Year, Langford Dawson dropped really low after a bad last game. He was in 3rd place, and it ends up going to Todd Gurley, who had it pretty much the whole way. Defensive Player of the Year, and I have to admit, it deservedly went to him. If it was tied at the time we went into that game, and Ronnie Harrison did nothing wrong, Deion Jones absolutely won it in that one game. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Langford Dawson, without a doubt. He was great, of course. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year, Rashawn Scruggs managed to take it off Stephen Lacey in the final game. That's really good. I didn't expect that, and that's why I didn't look at the defense first, because there were going to be a potential few surprises there. So we've got the best offensive rookie, the best defensive rookie of the year on the team. The best quarterback is Carson Wentz, best running back Todd Gurley, best wide receiver Michael Thomas, the best O-line, Zach Martin. Best D-line, DeMarcus Lawrence. Best linebacker, Shaquem Griffin, because of course technically plays linebacker, but plays a lot of rush end and got 24 sacks this season. And best defensive back, Patrick Peterson, keeps that one. Ronnie Harrison, maybe would have preferred for it to go to Ronnie Harrison because he's a lower overall than Patrick Peterson, but I don't mind any of our players winning best defensive back. This may be the first time this has ever happened. This is definitely the first time we've ever won this many awards. We have won 1, 2, 3, 4 awards, and none of them were best kicker. And that's usually the one we've won. Incredible from our players. We'll upgrade everyone before we go into the playoffs, but that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it.